Oh, that was perfect. Did you see that? That was perfect. Oh, that was so good. Okay, this is going to be a good one. This is a good recording. All right, this is a sketchbook tour. That's right, I have another one. If you have not seen my last two videos, it was the last spread of this piece. So, that has been, that's been done for a while, and I'm finally doing the tour. So, let's get right into it. This is a Handbook Journal Co. sketchbook that I started in January of 2023 and finished March of 2024. I also did a bigger one, like the big portrait one. It was either my last sketchbook or the one before that. But I'll link it up here so you can see that one. It was a big one versus this is a landscape. So I like these. I would definitely get these again just to kind of goof around in. I mean, most of my sketchbooks I pretty much just use for product design and Patreon rewards. So that is like the majority of what my sketchbooks are now, are those two things. So because I do most of my finished pieces I do on loose paper so I can sell the originals. So anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's start this. So I don't usually start my sketchbooks in the beginning. I usually start them at the end or in the middle, just to kind of get over that whole fear of starting a new sketchbook, which is why this says 111, this says 125. So this was after my first painting, which is actually at the very end of the sketchbook. But I wanted to open this up with something that I loved. So I've got the mountains, because I'm from Colorado and this made me think of that. And my gal Palmon here, the Digimon. I love her. I also have a little kookaburra here going oofda. Have you ever seen Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland? Like the old movie, or played the games, or the comics? That's what she's from. And I love her design. I think she's just flippin' adorable, and decided to sketch her. These were Patreon rewards. You're gonna hear me say this is a Patreon reward a lot, because there's a lot in here, tons of them in here. So yeah, these were the February ones. I like to do a silly little like romantical theme for February. In the past I've done a dick and tufted titmice because I'm obnoxious and my patrons love it, so they get a kick out of it. So this is a cuttlefish, because you know they cuddle. And something about star-crossed lovers, because you know they're stars and such. So star-crossed cuddlers, I think was what I went for. But seriously, like the colors on this one are so flippin' pretty, and just the sketching marks of the colored pencil. I love this one. I love it a lot. This is a crested caracara. My mom sent me a video asking if I'd ever heard of this bird, which I know was her secret way of saying paint this bird. She knows I like to paint birds, and they're really cool birds. You should check them out. Really pretty. So yeah, she got her wish. I painted it. These are some plants that I got for Christmas that my fiance gave me, a white knight and a pink princess. I now have like a bajillion pink princesses. Like it's kind of a problem in my house. I have so many, and they're all having babies. So I have tons and tons of babies. Baby pink princesses. Help. This is a beetle that I painted while I had some insomnia. Decided to be productive and painted this gorgeous boy. I love it, and it's actually started a little series of me painting a bunch of bugs. And then this was the start of the 6 fan art challenge I decided to do. So I got Korra from Legend of Korra. Struggle, there we go. Number 2 in that was Coraline. I love this. I did salt in the background if you couldn't tell. That's how I got this really cool effect in the back, was from adding salt. And then we've got Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. I loved doing this challenge because I want to get back into drawing characters. And so this was kind of my way to practice doing that, was taking fan art requests. So I had so much fun. This is my favorite one, I think, is Link, just because I am not that great at drawing boys / dudes, and he turned out so pretty. Most of these, my fan arts, are shorts that you can watch the process of me painting. So yeah, if you ever want to check those out, you could just go look at my shorts, and most of those are on there. These were some pastel doodles with a Beetle sketch that I transferred into a stamp, a rubber stamp. Oh, here is Froppy, another fan art. I've drawn her a couple of times, and she's just so flippin' cute. We got some bug doodles. I love this little dude so much. A bunch of swatches, and I was obviously going for like a little grid pattern. This was a Patreon sticker. These were sketches for some work I did for Non-Desucon, NDK in Denver. So these are just pieces that I was brainstorming to take with me there. This is my Barbarian Dwarf, Tova, from D&D. From my very first D&D campaign. She was a BAMF. She's still a BAMF. These are gouache paint, Five Below gouache, jelly gouache that I got. This is the best painting, but I have the process of it up here where I, messed with it, and yeah, I don't want to give up on those paints. They're crappy. Like, they are very bad, but I have them and I don't want them to go to waste, and so I want to do more with them. I haven't figured out what yet, but I want to incorporate them in something, because I have them. I don't want to waste them. These are some pastel cloud studies that I tried. This one's muddy and gross. This one's not so bad. This is a self-portrait of when we got VR and Beat Saber. We were playing it as a family all the time. And you can see here I've got like a red rim around my eyes from the visor, or from the headset, and I was shaking. Anytime I'd go to drink coffee, I would like be shaking because, sitting there slashing and waving my arms around, and usually my arms are used to being like this, and silly they're moving around. Fun game. My favorite song is Final Boss Chan. Rock that song. These I did at a bagel coffee shop. I really, really like them. I like this beetle, and I love the can here, the sardines. I would love to do something like this for a sticker, because I love this. And I love the yellow-red contrast. These were all Patreon sticker designs. And the rainbow is going for like an April showers theme, I think, last year, or spring showers theme. So I think actually, I know this one was definitely sticker. I know this one's definitely a sticker. This one might have been. And he's cute, but I'm pretty sure they were all stickers. And these were all on my old phone case. I get clear cases and I just pack it full of stuff. And got a new phone, new case, and decided to just keep these in my sketchbook. Here's one of the stickers. This is also my sticker. Some peony sketches. Back here you can see Inosuke and Zenitsu. Behind this peach is also Tanjiro. I did sketches on here, little concept sketches, which I then scanned and turned into stickers that I have available in my shop. And these were some peach paintings that I did. I've got a couple more in here and then some at the very end. This is my favorite local donut place. I say it's 15 minutes away, but they have really good gourmet donuts, and it's right like a block away from Blick. So it is very tempting. This is a pretty eye study I did, trying to stylize like some kind of anime-ish cartoony eyes, which then turned into a postcard series that I have available in my shop. So, but I really like this. I like my postcards too, but I like, this painting. More Patreon rewards. This is a pretty garden. One of my patrons had requested a pretty garden landscape. So I was like, okay. And a pretty peony to go with it. Here's another peach. This is an old Patreon sticker I did. And then one of my sons wanted to contribute to my sketchbook. So this is his contribution. This is my current D&D character, Howl, who is a monk, Way of Mercy, I believe. And they wear an owl mask. But they also have a shoebill stork mask for when things get serious and they need to snap, 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 snap. It's humbling playing a monk, because let me tell you, playing a barbarian, I felt so awesome. Playing a monk, I feel so useless. Like I can throw healing punches at my teammates to try and, you know, help them out when we're all getting absolutely wrecked. But these are some Hilda sketches from when the last season came out, which I've probably watched half a dozen times. I love Hilda. My kids love Hilda. So I drew these off some post-it notes and put them in here. A little thank you note from an artist I bought some stickers from. Here's Howl again with the owl mask, and then Howl with the shoebill stork mask. I kind of had some inspiration from Zenyatta. I'm sure you can see if you've ever played Overwatch or seen Zenyatta from Overwatch, because, you know, he's a monk and they're a monk. So, this piece. I love this piece so much. I am seriously contemplating cutting this out of my sketchbook and framing it. This was the Patreon print for Pride Month last year, and I love it so much. It is one of my favorite pieces that I have ever done. I love the colors. I love everything about this piece. I love it so much. Like I seriously, I might just cut it out and frame it. Frame the original one, because I flippin' love it, you guys. Anyways, these are all sticker designs that I have in my shop. Red Panda, Shiba, Digivice, and some Ghibli Tamagotchis. We've got Kiki and Totoro. I have these two on my water bottle. They have clear windows, which is super duper fun. So you can actually draw something like I took a permanent marker and drew on my water bottle and then put these on top of it. Or you could draw on like a little piece of paper to put in the window and then stick it to something else. Like I love these. And yeah. So these are available in my shop if you want to check it out. This is a Nautilus shell that was a Patreon sticker. This is just a coffee shop that's over by Blick and the yummy donut place. They had a really good chai, which is what that was. That was my chai. All right, here's the final fan art piece, which is Mimi from Digimon. Sorry, there we go. She's cute. She's sassy. And this is a horseshoe crab, another Patreon print. I love this. I love horseshoe crabs. I think they might be my favorite animal. They're so cool. Another sketch of Howl. I think this is the last sketch of Howl. This was a sticker that I did for Patreon of some milkweed. So that's what that is, a little milkweed drip. Yeah, this is I really like how the colors came out on this and just like how smooth it all looks. I really like that. And this was on my water bottle for a really, really long time. It's a vinyl sticker that I have available in my shop. Yeah, when I peeled it off, I put it in my sketchbook to save it. I don't know where I got a croissant from, but this is the sticker that went on my croissant. Good morning. Oh, I remember what this was from. This was when my my oldest was in the hospital for a week, and they sent me, or I would get breakfast while I was there, and I would always ask for the croissant. And so I actually did. All of these were sketched while I was in the hospital with him for the week. So, because it was right before I was supposed to travel to Colorado for NDK. And yeah, so I stuck that in there. And then these were some shiny Woopers from Wooper Community Day because I played Pokemon Go. This was a Patreon print of some really pretty sunflowers, and I used that black 3.0 paint on the checkers right here. Oh, this is one of my favorite spreads. This is a little beetle that I did for a Patreon sticker for October. It's Beetle drinking juice, beetle juice. This is a cute little packing sticker from my friend Ms. Golden Week. I bought some, I think I bought washi tape from her, and this was on the package that she sent, so I cut it out and kept it. Because she does like the cutest art. This was a study that I did, a warm-up sketch, well, warm-up painting that I did during an art hangout that I host monthly on Discord. And then this beetle was a Patreon sticker and the print. So this was the print and the sticker because I did it and loved it so much that I was like, you know what, you guys are getting it for both. So the print had these pastel colors over it, and then the sticker was just this guy with the green background. But I love this spread so much. And I love this spread so much. So these were this was the last spread that I painted in my sketchbook. And I broke it into 2 parts because it was a long process. So this is part 1 and this is part 2. So, and I'll have those linked above if you're interested in them. But these are the Wara, the heron, and a parakeet from The Boy and the Heron. These were some stickers that I designed for separate Patreon months. And I think this was the print that went with this one. But these are the concept drawings, and then these were the final stickers. So, and then this piece right here, this landscape, this was done on black watercolor paper. This was a friend of mine coerced me into buying it because she got some and she's like, oh, you should get it, you should try it out. So I did, and it was interesting. But this was done, you can't tell, it was done on black paper. You could see I painted over the edges just for a fun effect. So I painted over it and then added this black border and turned it into a print for Patreon. I really liked how it came out. Here is my favorite character from My Hero Academia. I love me a bird brain boy, especially a goth broody one. So from here on, my sketchbook gets very weird. I did a ton of color studies of my paints. And I mean a ton. Like, I'm going to go through pages and it's going to be like a spread of them. And then I decided to do, you know what, for the sake of this future sketchbook tour, I'm going to do 1 page of color studies. Like, I was going through such a mental funk and just could not art for the life of me. So I ended up doing a bunch of color studies of just mixing and mindlessly painting while I watched Junji Ito on Netflix, and it was the most therapeutic thing I could have done for myself. Like, I seriously want to make a video about it just because it was so magical doing it. It's so stupid. It really is. But I loved it. It was great. So this was my first attempt at doing it, and then I kind of got the hang of it. Here. I mean, look at all these colors. Look at them. And I love seeing the granulation of like the different colors and such as I mix them, because I'm obsessed with texture and granulation. So this is the only full spread, I think, or one of 2 full spreads of it. But I mean, seriously, just little mixing, and they're not perfect and uniform. Like, you can see there's more red here than, you know, this one. But I mean, look how pretty these are. And it's so fun. It's just felt so good mentally. So here's another one with yellows and such. This is a Patreon sticker. Back here is some client work that I have going on that I cannot show, but you can enjoy this really cool T-Rex skull sketch with some magnolia flowers that I'm going to be painting soon. Okay, bye. Another really pretty sketch, or spread, not spread, study. These were the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s. The water-soluble crayons. I was testing them out on here. I can't remember if I actually did a piece with them or not, aside from, you know, the fish and such, but yeah, I was testing them out here. Oh, actually, you know what? I used these on this. I used a lot of the crayons because there's a lot of texture in here. So I actually used the crayons to help me provide texture for the background of the herring. Another study. This was part of an urban sketchbook group that I went to at my local botanical garden. You can see here I was eaten alive by mosquitoes and ended up abandoning drawing this plant, but I like the unfinished look of it. More colors. Here's another one from the Botanical Gardens. Just watercolors and red color pencil. I really like that one. Oh, okay, so here's the second full spread. I just love looking at these. Like, you guys, I want to do like an actual full like 8x10 painting of this and frame it and put it in my studio. Alright, this is the very first piece that I did in this sketchbook. This crane, I did it in January of last year because I wanted, you know, everybody to have a simple, elegant ear or some romanticized, you know, idea like that. So these are my paper tests. Because, you know, like I said, I always like to test my paper first when I start a sketchbook, just in case I try to do like a whole piece and it doesn't come out how I want because the paper isn't what I expected. So this was me testing it, seeing how wet I could get it. You know, does it buckle? Does it lift easily? Will it be like, you know, painting on wax? Because sometimes the paper's like that. Like my Moss Rico sketchbooks are like that after a while. And then my final study. So, and then back here I've got, you know, just randomness. The last peaches. I think I did like 5 or 6 of these. Color swatches, stamps, random stuff. Oh yeah. So that was my sketchbook tour. I have already started my next sketchbook, which is this big Illo sketchbook, and I can tell you right now that I'm not a fan of it. So it's going to take me a lot longer to get through this. I added pretty stickers to try and encourage myself to get through it, but as a wet media artist, this is very hard for me to work in. It's going to be hard to get through, but we can do it. So, heavy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite piece was or spread was. If you have any questions about anything, materials, stuff, I don't know what questions. And if you play D&D, and if you do play D&D, what is your character? Like what class, race? Tell me about your character. Cool. Again, thanks for being here. And I would like to shout out my patrons, who are the most amazing people, and obviously, you know, half of this book is dedicated to them. So if you would like to check out my Patreon, I do have it linked below. If not, just skip to the next video. But thanks again, guys, and I will see you next time. Ciao.